Hello everybody, I am Yashika Sharma, Rise Up Young Lead, YWCA of India. On the occasion of International Youth Day, we'll be having a panel discussion on which we'll be having our two esteemed panelists. The theme for this year is Youth and Sustainability. Our first panelist, Neetu Joseph, Environmental Engineer, Founder Director Declutter Solutions, a social enterprise which works in the domain of sustainable waste management, climate change manager and informal sector integration. Second, we have Amanda Fernandez, a board member YWCA Goa. She's an economics graduate and has been working with YWCA Goa in creating awareness on sustainable menstrual alternatives.
Hello everyone, I'm Neetu Joseph. I'm the founder of Declutter Solutions Private Limited. I'm an environmental engineer by profession, and our organization works in the domain of waste management and informal sector integration, and also we work in the domain of climate change research. How does waste management impact our environment? So to answer this, let us look at the global scenario of waste generation as well as the environmental impacts through emissions. So as per World Bank's data report that is generated, namely water waste. So the report details how the waste generation is happening all over the world, and it indicates that the net waste generation across the world is 2.01 billion metric tons on an annual basis, and this is expected to grow 70% within 2050 to more than 3 billion metric tons. And the next point is that majority of this waste is coming from the higher income countries, and looking at the lower income countries, 90% of the waste that is collected in the lower income countries is mismanaged, and also the figures detail that around 33% of the net waste that is collected across the world is being mismanaged or in some way or the other pilfered out of the proper waste management system.
Who are the major contributors to mass waste production and how can they improve? So, as far as I understand, hospitals, hospitality industries, commercial spaces and institutions as well as residential complexes are the major sources of waste production other than the industrial waste producers. So the basic point at which, based on which they could improve, is to segregate the waste at source. That is one of the major challenges that is faced by every waste management agency in handling the waste, because the waste is coming mixed, thoroughly mixed from the source. Although certain parties are trying to segregate the waste, overall the waste segregation is very poor in our country. So that can be improved, and the next thing would be, if some of the stakeholders do not understand what are the different kinds of waste, then the government as well as the waste management agency, implementation agency, can facilitate the circulation of IEC, information, education and communication materials, among the residents or the stakeholders, the shopkeepers or anybody, so that they can understand what is the meaning of dry or inorganic and wet organic waste.
My name is Amanda Fernandez. I have been selected as a panelist. I'll be talking about sustainability, sustainable living and the importance that sustainability plays in the future. The first major concern that I will be addressing is how do we make the conversation around sustainable living more approachable and more inclusive, so that it can meet the demands of all socio-economic sectors of society. As we all know, the idea of sustainability is a very elite concept. It restricts weaker sections of society. It inhibits them. It does not. It demands a lot of resources, a lot of expense. So the whole idea is that we start small. Start small by carrying your own cutlery, carrying your own bottle, your own cloth bag. So that is from where we make a start. And then eventually, once as an individual you try and put in effort, then things will come into place. So the whole idea is that you start building. So you start through your own practice. Then you start through household waste disposal, segregate waste. So all this can finally sum up to a much greater outcome. Heading off to our next major concern is our carbon footprint, and what are the ways and measures we can reduce our carbon footprint. So what is carbon footprint? Carbon footprint is basically the greenhouse gas emissions that are emitted, and during the course of our lifespan, the adverse impact that we have on our environment because of our practices. So in reducing carbon footprint, the three predominant things that we need to keep in mind. Firstly is locally buying or purchasing local produce. So when you buy local produce, you are not entering the chain where you do not buy mass production, which is environmentally not feasible. So therefore it is often suggested that we buy locally produced food items. The second thing is usage of electrical appliances. We need to be aware, that is extremely important, that we need to be aware of the impact that we can create, and once we are conscious of that, then we can minimize our usage of electricity. We need to be conscious regarding that. Also, the use of the third major important thing is use of public transport. So as we all know how it can benefit if we use public transport. So public transportation, if we use, the amount of harmful gas that is left out in the environment will be reduced to a great extent. When we talk about the three main pillars of sustainability, we will look at three main pillars, which are environment, the impact it has on the environment, on the economy, and on society at large. When we talk about the environment, we talk about our personal journey, a change that we can make in our lifestyle. So it is mostly a lifestyle change that can have an adverse impact on the environment, that can thereby result in how we treat the environment. So it is a lifestyle change. Secondly, we will be talking about the economy. So when we talk about economy, our major concern is over MNCs, multinational companies or big companies that leave out affluent waste material, harmful fumes, that leads to pollution and several various other environmental issues. We also need to look at richer economies such as the USA and the impact it can have on third world countries because of mass production, because of the big companies that they own. So they need to change their ways, their methods, and they need to be accountable for their actions. And thirdly, we talk about the impact it has on society. So when we switch to sustainable alternatives, what we are doing is we are also impacting, we are bringing harmony into society. We are ensuring ethical food production and consumption, healthier food production and consumption, which can thereby have unify a society at large, and it can have a very positive effect. So we have the 6 major environmental laws that are at place. Protection Act of 1986, then we have the Forest Conservation Act of 1980, Wildlife Protection Act of 1992, Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974, Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1981. So these environmental laws, how do we keep a check on them, and how do we ensure that these laws are implemented if need be? So what is the role we can play? So firstly, what we can do is lobbying for environmental legislations. That is one step we could do, one step we could adopt. The second step is working with the media. We could work in coordination or in accordance with the media to ensure that these laws are implemented effectively. Thirdly, what we could do is also organizing environmental events. Now, in environmental events such as it could be as basic as observing the Earth Hour, or awareness on waste segregation, or a plantation drive, or just creating awareness in general. Then the next thing we could also do is fundraising for issue-specific agendas. And another idea that comes to my mind is also observing demonstrations. So if at all, if you feel that environmental laws are not being implemented or they are being violated, then you can keep a check on that by organizing a demonstration. To conclude, one way of ensuring a sustainable lifestyle or to look forward to a much cleaner, sustainable environment is collective action. But to make collective action possible, it needs to be individual action. So we need to start from ourselves. We should start from now. It can be as basic as switching to a bamboo toothbrush, or using or refusing to use one-time use plastic and a straw. But it should come from within. We need to be conscious about the impact that we create, about how it can impact the environment. And once we are conscious about that, we can act upon it. So for me, when I think about the environment, or when I think about the future, yes, we also need to hold developed economies accountable for their actions. We also need to hold multinational companies and major companies accountable. But at the same time, we need to individually, as an individual, we need to try our best to resolve whatever waste we are creating and try to reduce our carbon footprint, because we need to be responsible for our actions. So yes, be responsible, switch to sustainable alternatives, and start from very small, but that small action can have a great impact. So that's how we can affect change.
Thank you so much, Neetu and Amanda, for your engaging thoughts, as they told us about how we can bring changes in our lifestyle and bring sustainable practices for a bright future. Neetu talked about how we can have waste segregation. We can have 2 bins, segregating the inorganic dry waste from the organic and wet waste. Amanda talked about how we can reduce the usage of single-use plastic, use alternatives like cloth bags. And these are the practices which we can inculcate in our daily lifestyles, which can help us bring a sustainable future and help us develop a sustainable community. Thank you. I would like to call all the young members watching this video to inculcate these healthy practices in your daily lives. And you know the drill: like, comment, share and subscribe our YouTube channel. Also follow our Instagram handle, and for more such fun and engaging discussions, follow this page. Thank you.